Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlos here, and this is how to use Regi Steele. Regi Steele is the most interesting Regi Pokemon for me, just because of how in the middle it is. That the speed stays the same, but everything else gets split evenly. That instead of 200 in one defensive stat and 100 in the other, it's 150 in both, and same for the offenses. That instead of 100 in the offense and then 50 in the lower one, 75 for both. Now, that's a little worse, I guess, because Regi Steele doesn't seem like it's going to be a special attacker, but I mean, for the defensive trade, it's really good. That 80 hit points and then 150 in both defenses is just absurd, but it's a legendary Pokemon, so it's to be understood. Also, it's a Steel typing, which is the best defensive typing out of all of them. That you only have 3 weaknesses instead of 4 or 5, and a lot of resistances as well as an immunity, so you can use it to switch in. And also, since you're going to have that immunity to poison, you can't be toxic. So Registeel just seems like it's going to be the strongest as well, has the most reliability, has the most durability typing-wise, and it just, since it plays in the middle, it's ready for everything. That's not going to get blown up by a special attack more than a physical attack or vice versa, and the typing just really works in its favor. Hopping into Pokemon Showdown, its set kind of is really fascinating because it takes from both as well. That Sleep Talk was Regice, but then we also have Curse from Regirock, and I just like how it fuses in every way. That it takes a little less from the best parts of both and really uses it to its advantage. That with this you can go Sleep Talk, which is going to be strong in Curse, and pretty much if you Sleep Talk and get a Curse or an Iron Head, there's no bad that can come from it. Curse is going to boost your defense and attack, and Iron Head is going to do stab damage while also hitting fairy types pretty hard, which is pretty good. Now, when we look at the item, could go for Chesto Berry. That's going to have your most reliability. That say you use Curse once, you take a hard hit, Chesto Berry is going to wake you up, and it's going to give you that freedom, like to use Curse again instead of Sleep Talking and maybe getting Iron Head or Rest. And that could be bad. However, as we always say, leftovers, you have that longevity with leftovers, that even if you like heal up with Rest, most likely you're just going to be asleep, so it's good to get that health back while you're asleep, while setting up. You do have to play with the dice roll, so it is a little more risky, but it does give you that longevity in game, so it could work out. And then Iron Head, Stab, Big Hit. Looking at the distribution of it, just maxing out that special defense is going to be nice since we're boosting with Curse and then hit points and we're good to go. Also, when we look at the setup, the Stealth Rock, Toxic Seismic Toss, same as Regirock, I just feel is better than Registeel. That if you're going to play Regirock, it's kind of like don't unless you really want to use Regirock and play Registeel instead. That your defensive distribution is going to be a lot more reliable, that your typing distribution is better, and then you essentially do the same thing. You set up a Stealth Rock, then you protect, and then you use Toxic, and then you protect, and then you Seismic Toss, and then you protect, and then you get a lot of leftovers heal, and you're just going to be incredibly reliable. That Stealth Rocks is going off, you might even Toxic a Pokemon, you have some Switch Out potential, you have Switch In potential, and pretty much you're going to +1 in some way with Registeel. And when we even compare the stats, that we're putting a beneficial nature into a base 150 instead of a base 100 like we would with Regirock, which means that our special is going to be 40 higher, but then we're also only going to have like we'll have like 26 less on the defense, which isn't bad at all, while carrying the same hit points. So overall, Registeel, it has a little bit more dynamicness to it, a little bit more reliability, and it just sets up as well as Regirock while being more durable, and then also has that Curse potential with a good amount of sustain into a good offensive move with Iron Head. Steel hits pretty well against a lot of things, does have a lot of resist, but overall, you're going to be getting damage across, you have a good amount of PP to use, and if you're at max attack, you're going to get through them eventually, while having that Rest, Sleep, Talk, Sustain, and a huge amount of special defense with hit points. So overall, it's in the middle. It plays the middle ground really well, and I think it's one of the best Regi Trios for it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you guys enjoyed the Regi Trios, just nice little last 3 days, and I hope you all have a nice day.